So I threw a Bible out the window. This was back in college. I had the idea one day while we were driving. I was a brand new believer. I just had come to Jesus, and I was at Moody Bible Institute here in Spokane, Washington. And I was driving with my friend Brian Hands down Sprague. I remember holding this little pocket Bible. It's just this little guy. And he was driving in his Bronco. Old school beat 'em up Bronco. I don't know what the story was. He might have been picking me up because I used to work at Wendy's, which is a story time in and of itself, of my time at the Sprague Wendy's. But I remember sitting in his car, and I bet this was when I was working at Wendy's, because I would often use this tiny Bible when I was on break to just get some scripture in, because I was young in my faith. I was working in fast food, which honestly is the worst. Fast food just sucks. And so be kind to the people who work in fast food, because that is just a very toxic environment. And so I would get into the Word, and I would let Him guide my work life. And but then where he's driving me home, and I remember looking at the Bible, and I remember looking at Brian, and I went, Brian, I have the urge to throw this out the car window. And he looked at me, and he's like, I do it. That was not the response I was expecting. I was expecting Brian to go like, what are you, an idiot? Like, you need to chill out, bro. This is not, like, you don't throw Bibles out windows. I was like, but he was just like, okay, full send it. So so I just turned, and the window was already open, so I just chucked it out the window at a guy who was standing at a bus stop. I wasn't looking. And as soon as I chucked it, I noticed the man standing there. Now, I didn't wait to see whether it hit him or not, because as soon as I noticed a guy, I sank deep into my chair and hid myself as best as I could while Brian sped up. It wasn't until the next day that I walked back to Wendy's to go work, and I saw the bus stop on my way there, and I was like, I wonder if the Bible's there. So I crossed the street to this bus stop, and sure enough, the Bible was sitting in the bus bench, or sitting in the bench at the bus stop, and a page was dog-eared. The guy had read it. He had read that Bible. I don't know. Can you imagine what that guy was thinking? Like, he's going to work or going home. Lord knows what he was doing. And all of a sudden, this janky Bronco drives by, and a Bible comes flinging at your face from inside the cab. Oh, what I would give to know what his perspective was. I guess what I'm saying is, if the Lord's telling you to chuck a Bible, make sure it's at someone's face.